Yo, what's poppin', Poke Pals? Rare TCG here, bringing you a brand new video. Today, we are taking a look at Iron Thorns, the future version, not the EX version, but just the baby Iron Thorns. Iron Thorns has the attack Destructo Press, which you reveal the top 5 of your cards, and for each future card that you find from that top of your deck, you do 70 damage. Now, for those of you who don't know, I did post a Mega Abomassnow EX video the other day, which is doing phenomenal. Thank you all so much for the love and support on it. I highly appreciate it. And one of the comments in that video said, well, why don't we just use Iron Thorns until then? And it got me thinking, why don't we just use Iron Thorns until then? I mean, Iron Thorns has gotten a little bit of a boost with some of the Pokemon that have come out, like Iron Crown EX, who has the Cobalt Command, which attacks done by your future Pokemon do an extra 20 damage for each Iron Crown on your bench. So if you can get all 4 Iron Crowns on your bench and 1 Iron Thorns in your active, I highly don't recommend that, but if you could, you'd be doing an extra 80 damage for 1 future Pokemon. We also have Iron Bundle, which has the Hyper Blower ability. For those of you who don't know, if it's on your bench, you can use your Hyper Blower ability and literally just gust up one of your opponent's Pokemon, and then you discard this card. Of course, your opponent gets to choose which Pokemon is gusted up, but I mean, it could come in handy if there's only 1 Pokemon on the bench and we needed to get a free KO. We also play 1 copy of Iron Thorns EX for its ability. I mean, its ability is really good. It just shuts down literally every Pokemon's ability except for Iron Thorns EX, so that's pretty good. I mean, it also doesn't shut down any of your future Pokemon, so that's good too. We also play 2 copies of Iron Hands EX in case we're in a pinch and we have to use his Amp You Very Much attack, which allows us to take 1 extra prize card if we knock out a Pokemon using that attack. And finally, we have 4 copies of Miraidon. We need this future Miraidon not only to power up Iron Thorns' attack, but also for its peak acceleration attack, which for 1 colorless energy, you could search your deck for 2 basic and attach them to your future Pokemon in any way you like. So ideally, you want to be starting with this guy and just letting it roll. So he is our main focus. He's our main lead. And of course, we play 2 copies of Cleffa in case we're in a pinch. We also play 2 copies of Professor Turo's Scenario, which is a future card and also allows us to pick up any of our EXs if we want to go back to a 1 prize board. And of course, we have to play 4 copies of Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking. And last but not least, we have 4 copies of Academy at Night because we want to be putting cards at the top of our deck. And the ace spec of choice here is Reboot Pod, which allows us to attach basic energy cards from our discard pile for each of our future Pokemon. So if we discard a bunch of electric energy using Iron Thorns, we can just get them back using the Reboot Pod to power up another Iron Thorns. And that's pretty much it. That's the whole deck. So let's go try it out on the ladder and see how we do. Alright, here we are in game 1. My opponent is going first, which I am actually not upset about because this deck wants to go second, and we got the Miraidon in the active. So we have a phenomenal lead right now. And we have 2 Nest Balls, so we can get another Iron Thorns out, and maybe an Iron Crown out. I don't know yet, but we'll have to see. Actually, as you guys could also see, I just updated the game before I hopped on PTCGL because I haven't been on in a while. And they updated the playmat, which is really cool. That's really nice. Ooh, Marnie's Purloin. Purloin? Yes, Purloin. Looks like we're going up against a Marnie's Grimmsnarl deck. I don't really see Marnie's Purloin, though, with Grimmsnarl, so that's a little bit of an interesting addition to the deck. What does it do? Your opponent attack the Pokemon as an EX, this attack does 40 more damage. That's actually not bad. 60 damage, and then if you put the Brave Bangle, that's 90 damage just for 1 energy. That's actually not bad, honestly, against a EX. We do pull an Iron Crown, so I am definitely going to put that down. And guys, guess what? Because of that Iron Crown, we're dealing 60 damage, so we could knock out this Purloin. But I actually don't want to knock it out yet. I actually want to get another Iron Thorns out. And do I want another Iron Crown? I mean, it can't hurt. Why not, right? Let's get another Iron Crown. And then I'm just going to use Arven just to dig a little more and get things really going. Another Nest Ball. I'm going to put said Nest Ball down, get myself another Iron Thorns. That way my bench is full and I don't accidentally discard them using Iron Thorns as attack. And there we go, 80 damage for 1 energy, and we also accelerate the energy to my Iron Thorns, so he is now completely set up and ready to go next turn. I also have the Future Booster Energy Capsule in my hand, so I can attach that to Miraidon if he doesn't go down next turn, and that will allow him to retreat for free, and we get another Miraidon out of the prizing. Alright, so far this deck is doing exactly what I wanted to do. I am not complaining about it. Does my opponent have the means? Nope, they have the Morgrim, which is not unfortunately going to save them. They do have the Professor's Research, though, getting rid of a boss's orders. Ooh. If I were them, though, I would have bossed up the crown, not knowing that I had the booster energy, and that would have been my way out, but I could see that they're trying to just get their board state going. But, you know, my opponent is in a bit of a pickle right now, so I can't really say that I blame them. And because Miraidon's doing 80 damage right now, if I attach the energy booster capsule to him, he'll do 100 and just knock out this Morgrim and power up my other Iron Thorns I almost said Iron Thorns EX. My other Iron Thorns on the bench. So actually, we're doing A-okay right now. I have no complaints with how this deck is flowing right now. I did try it out a little bit when I was out before with my fiance. We went to Starbucks and I was playing for a little bit while we were waiting for our coffee. And I actually lost that matchup because it was against Ethan's Typhlosion. So this deck does tend to struggle against other one prizers. We do get the Academy at Night. I'm not going to play just yet because I know that they like to play their Postwick. And I want to bounce it if they do play it. And those look like the last two energies in our deck, but that's okay. So we do have 2 Iron Thorns completely set up now, so if they manage to get their Grimmsnarl out, we are completely prepared. And we get another Future Booster Energy Capsule, so we can attach one to Miraidon to let it retreat if it doesn't get knocked out, and attach another one to our other Iron Thorns. If Miraidon does happen to go down, which it looks like he's about to go down right now, then we can attach both to the Iron Thorns that are both set up. So I am not worried in the slightest. What I am worried about, though, is that I don't have any energy in the deck, because I have 5 in play, and this deck plays 6, because ideally what I wanted to do was set up at least 3 Iron Thorns, but, you know, with the Ice Spec, but it looks like we prize one of our energies, so we're going to have to see if we can get that out of the prizing. Now, once Miraidon goes down, here's my game plan. I'm going to attach the Future Capsule, which will allow my Iron Thorns to do 20 extra damage. That'll be 60 extra damage because of the 2 Iron Crowns on the bench. And if I can, I'm going to use the Techno Radar to get myself another Iron Crown put on the bench. That's another 80 damage. And then use the Academy at Night to put the Miraidon on the top of my deck. That way I know for certain that there is at least one future Pokemon in the top of our deck. So let's see if all that comes into fruition on this turn. They are going to go for the Iron Crown. That is not a terrible play for my opponent. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do exactly like I said. As soon as they take the prize card, and let's see if we can get... We need at least 3 future Pokemon, I think, to knock this out because of all the buffs. So, oh, and there it is. We just got it. Wow, that I could not have asked for a better top deck if I tried. Holy cannoli. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I know, it looks crazy, but let's get myself 2 Iron Crowns. Let's put 1 on the bench. Let's use this to get rid of... We'll get rid of 2 Iron Bundle. We'll use an Academy at Night to put the Iron Crown on the top of my deck. And here we go. Let's see how much this does. So, oh, and we got Professor's Turo, so that's 4 future Pokemon doing 360, knocking out the Grimmsnarl EX. That's actually insane. And the Arven that we got off the top of our deck gets shuffled back into our deck, so we don't lose it, thankfully. And we got a Professor's Research, so we have a means of getting out of this hand next turn. Wow, I could not have asked for a better turn. Now, of course, you do need to play a lot of Super Rods in this deck because you have to find ways to get those future Pokemon back into your deck. We do play a copy of Pal Pad to help get back the supporters that are future cards. But all in all, it's not a terrible deck. I mean, it hits really hard, but it's definitely not a deck that you can consistently deal damage with because it is very reliant on the Super Rods, it's very reliant on the Ciphermaniacs. It's reliant on a lot of things. But Mega Abomassnow, I feel, is going to be a lot easier to deal with, only because I don't want to lose this Miraidon, so I'm going to Academy at Night it. I know that seems silly, but I don't want to lose it. But as I was saying, it's a lot easier to recover energies than it is to recover... we do get a Night Stretcher, but that doesn't help me at this moment. Well, actually it does, because I could use that to get my energy and attach that to my Iron Thorns. And then next turn, I can use my Arven to get the A spec, which will allow me to attach the... So let's get Professor's Research and that. And hopefully we discard at least one of those. So let's swing here. All we need is one future Pokemon. Oh, there we go. We got 3. Nice. So that's for hitting for 290. Okay, yeah, so like I was saying, Mega Abomassnow I feel is going to be easier to deal with because it is easier to... And there's the energy we were missing. Okay, so Iron Thorns is completely set up for next turn. Great. Energy is a lot easier to recycle for Mega Abomassnow as opposed to recycling actual Pokemon and cards. And my mouse is... I don't know if you guys are... If the recording software is picking up on that, but my mouse is bugging out right now. I don't know if you can see that. My computer's trying to run something in the background. But, yeah, exactly. This thing right here, the Energy Recycler, is going to be a huge win for Mega Abomassnow because it shuffles 5 basic energies, as opposed to our Super Rod that only shuffles 3, and the Pal Pad, which only shuffles 2. So, essentially, the Energy Recycler is a Pal Pad and a Super Rod all in one. So, Mega Abomassnow, I still feel is a sleeper pick, guys. I really feel in my heart, and I'm not just saying that because Mega Abomassnow is one of my favorite Mega Pokemon of all time. I mean, that does leave me a little biased, but still. And see, this is where I wish I didn't get rid of the Iron Bundles, because I could have just used the bundle to get the Morpeko, and then, oh yeah. I don't remember how many Night Stretchers I play in this deck. I think I only play 1. Or we could just do this. That works too. Okay, never mind. We just won. So we're gonna get rid of a Miraidon and a... Actually, no, we didn't just win. What am I saying? I should have saved that. Damn it. I'm an idiot. Alright, let's just see how much this does. Hopefully we can hit enough. Might be. Yep, it's enough. 430. Yeah, we're good. Wow, that was a really close matchup, but we managed it pretty well, I have to say, all things considered. And this is even the Mega Abomassnow deck. It's going to be way better than this, guys. I can guarantee you that. But let's move on to the next match and see if we can get another W. Alright, here we are in our next match, and we are starting with Miraidon. Unfortunately, my opponent allowed us to go first this time around, so we cannot swing with Miraidon turn 1. But that's actually not too terrible, because we have no way of getting Iron Thorns onto our bench at the moment. So I'm not too upset by that. I think just attaching the energy to the Miraidon is step 1. And then I think what I want to do is I want to put down the Academy at Night next turn if I don't get Iono'd. And I definitely want to put the... oh no! My opponent's going first. I don't know why I thought we were going first. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good because we don't have Iron Thorns. And I see that they are playing Gouging Fire. That's a throwback deck. Wow. Alright. Unfortunately, we are going to have to get rid of some stuff here. But I would like to keep this Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking. So I'm going to put it at the top of my deck. And then Professor's Research. And we got an Iron Thorns. That's good. And I'm going to use this to put down Iron Crown just so I could do a little more damage to the Gouging Fire and really get things going. Yeah, 60 damage is a lot better than just 40. So let's get these 2 energies. It looks like we've prized some energies again. What else is new? It wouldn't be a rare video unless I prized something that was crucial to the deck itself. But at least we got at least 1 Iron Thorn set up. Now, I'm hoping my opponent can't set up their Gouging Fire, and that way I could get another Iron Thorns on the bench and set that one up. If I can, I'm going to use Arven to get the Techno Radar. I think that's the name of the card. I'm having a blank, but it's the card that allows you to search your deck for 2 future Pokemon and put them into your hand. I think it's called Techno Radar. Don't quote me on that, though. But we'll see. Okay, so they do get the Arcanine down. They got the energy on the Gouging Fire, but it's not going to be enough to take out Miraidon, so that's okay with me. And we're just going to ping this thing for another 60 damage next turn. Yeah, we're just going to ping this thing for another 60 damage. We're going to get Arven to get us another... oh, there we go. We got ourselves an Iron Crown, even better. Oh, it was Techno Radar. Wow. I pulled that out of my rear end and I was right. Okay, so let's use this to get rid of... Let's get rid of the Night Stretcher. Why not? And let's get myself another Iron Thorns. Do I want another Iron Thorns or do I want another Iron Crown? I think they want another Iron Crown here, and I'm going to be honest. Because I could set up this Iron Thorns right now. And then, let's see how much this does to this Entei. Or Gouging Fire, whatever you want to call it. He has 170, and I'm only doing 100. Dang. I'm just short. Unless I retreat, I might actually just retreat into the Iron Thorns. Nah, let me get as much out of this Miraidon as I can. Let me get as much out of this Miraidon as I can. I just realized that I had the volume on. Oh, I feel so sorry because I was using this new software and I didn't realize it until post because I keep the volume on my computer very low. I had the sound effects on for you guys in that Venusaur video. I felt so bad. It was so loud. And I turned it down, but I could still kind of hear it. So I hope it doesn't like... Because for some reason this... software that I'm using to record my screen, it like amplifies sounds. So I really hope it's not blowing your eardrums out again. I really am sorry about that last time. I do apologize for that. It's very hard when you're recording and trying to get like the perfect pitch and volume and the perfect volume. It gets very difficult. So, you know, I'm still working out some of the kinks on the channel. I am still fairly new. But thank you guys so much for the love and support that you've been giving me lately. This channel's been going exponentially well. I started this channel with like 2 subscribers, and after the Venusaur video, I'm already up to 17 subscribers. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It really means a lot to me, guys. Thank you so much. I just play this game for fun. I just like to put my ideas out there because, you know, I'm sure, like me, we're all tired of seeing the exact same decks. And look at this. We got the Iron Crown in our hand, and that's all I need just to knock out this Gouging Fire. Unfortunately, my opponent did start off the prize. Oh, that was a lot of future cards that we just got rid of. I'm not happy about that. I was hoping we'd just get rid of the Iron Thorns. I mean, the Iron Crown. A lot of irons in this deck. But, I lost my train of thought with all that. I know I was saying thank you guys for the love and support you guys have been giving me. And the comments too, yes. Thank you so much for the comments. I love that you guys have been enjoying the decks I've been making. Most of my decks, if not all of them, are very much mine. They're original. I may take inspiration from other TCG players, either YouTubers or like professional players, but I do tweak them. I never just copy and paste the deck and say, okay, that's it. That's my deck for today's video. No, I always try to rarefy it in some way. I try to make one Pokemon the like main attacker. Like this Iron Thorns right now really shouldn't be the main attacker of this deck, but he is. He's doing phenomenally as you're seeing. I also just realized I don't think I have a boss in this deck. That's crazy. I have no means of gusting aside from Iron Bundle. And they're going to boss me. That's actually not bad. We do have the Energy Booster Capsule, and we do play Turos, but I think, yeah, we have one more Turo in the deck, so that's not too terrible. They are going to pass it to me. Hopefully I can get myself something that I need, another Academy at Night. I don't really need that. I would like to get this Miraidon back down, though, somehow. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Arven for sure, put that on the top, and then I'm going to put the Super Rod on the bottom. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't even matter what I put on the bottom because Arven's just going to be next. So let's just do that. And I think I'm just going to end my... we'll put the Miraidon down. And then I think I'm just going to end my turn, unfortunately. So that wasn't a great showcasing, but, you know, it is what it is. My opponent did counterplay me to the best of their ability, and they did a fine job at doing so. Now, what I imagine they're going to do is get this Arcanine EX set up with one more energy and find a way to retreat this Growlithe and take my Iron Crown out. That wouldn't be a bad idea either, because it does do 250 and we only have 220. Oh, they're going to own me. That's fine, though, because we can get the Arven, which is fine, which is what I wanted to begin with. And there's the Iron Bundle. Good, good, good. My opponent seems to be like a newer player, because very rarely do you ever see Charizard EX play Gouging Fire and Arcanine EX. That's like a starter build. So I'm not quite sure why PTCGL is matching me with novice players, but I mean, listen, we'll take what we could take. I'm in Mewtwo rank right now because I haven't gotten to Master Ball rank yet. I'm still grinding the ladder. But like I said, I haven't really had much time to play. I did go back to work on Tuesday. Today's Thursday, so I've been a little busy. Forgive me. I am off tomorrow, though, so I might do a video, but I'm also going away this weekend, so I might have to pre-record videos for you guys. So if anything, I just might pre-record videos, and that way you guys aren't like, oh, where's Rare? Like, I don't want this channel to just die because I'm back to work, you know what I mean? I want it to still thrive and get content out to you guys, because I feel like that's important. Even better, we got the Turo. I do wish I had the... Let's see, this is 40, 20, 46, 60. Oh, hold on now. Because we could just do this. Let's get that up. Let's get this guy going. And then let's put the Iron Bundle and try to Hyper Blower something important. Let's see. The Growlithe isn't really much of my concern right now. It's kind of just death fodder at this point. It's got all its energies attached to it. Okay, they are going to give me a Charmander, which I like. I will take the Charmander, and I'm going to put this Iron Crown on the top of my deck, allowing me to do at least 70 damage. And let's see, we do more than 70. We did 320. Amazing. We did unfortunately lose a lot of essential cards, but we had to do what we had to do. And we got an energy. Good. So I could attach that to Miraidon. I can use Arven to future booster capsule and retreat and take out, hopefully, either another Charmander or the Pidgey on the bench. But their hand seems to be bricking right now. So, I mean, I'll take bricking. How many booster capsules do we have in the discard? 1, 2, looks like just 2. Yeah, just 2. So I should theoretically have 2 more in the deck if I did not prize them. But the odds of me prizing 2 future capsules is low, but not impossible for anybody who saw my Excadrill video. They are going to judge us. Okay, interesting. And because the new software that I'm using forces me to kind of like review my footage before I upload it, I have been cutting more of my videos. That way you guys don't have to sit and watch like these sessions where I'm yapping, or if I'm yapping about something that's like too irrelevant, then I could just cut it out. So I do like that aspect of this new software that I'm using. Now, can we get... Oh, we're out of Iron Thorns. That's not good. Alright, let's fail that. Can we Pokégear for an Arven? We cannot. And I don't want to use that. I want to keep that. Oof. I probably should have just promoted the Iron Thorns, right? Because how many future Pokemon do I have in the discard? Oh, jeez. We have an Iron Thorns prize, it seems. So, you know what? Let's just swing with this. And hopefully... Yeah, we have nothing. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 future cards in our deck, so that's not terrible. The odds of me swinging with Iron Thorns and hitting a future card are pretty in our favor, so I can't really complain. The problem is that my Iron Thorns is prized, and I do need to set up another one. And I do need to find a way to get that energy back into my deck. So I do need to find a way to get my Super Rod. Okay, my opponent took a hot minute to make that decision, but they are going to boss up my Iron Crown, which is not good. Because I need to find my... Oh, and they have the damage counter, so they could do a lot more damage to us. I just realized that. We do get a Pal Pad, that's good. Do I have any Turos in the... I don't. So I do need a Pal Pad for some Turos. So let's do that. Let's Pal Pad for some Turos. Is my Iron Crown is not going to survive this turn. So that's not good. So let's get what we need now. We definitely need a... What do we need? We need an Arven and whatever goes on the bottom. Because Arven will get us the Super Rod that we need. And Arven will get us the energy capsule that we need. So unfortunately, it looks like we are going to lose our Iron Crown here. I can't believe they don't play any bosses in this deck. Actually crazy. Wow. Okay, so my opponent just professored research, and they got themselves a rare candy, finally getting their Charizard EX on the board. But my question is, do they have the energy? It looks like it. They're selecting cards from their deck. Wow, they've got a lot of energy for a Charizard EX deck. And what's with the Pidgey? Because usually the Pidgeot version of Charizard EX doesn't play that many energies, but they're just loaded with energy. And they are going to switch the Arcanine. They're probably going to bring up the Charizard. Yep. Wow. Oof. This is not good, guys. This is not good at all. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. I mean, granted, I did take some prize cards, and we are weak to that. But we have to start promoting one prizers now. And we are going to get the Arven. That's going to get me the energy capsule and the Super Rod that I need. So hopefully with these two cards, we can hit what we need here. So let's put the capsule on the Iron Thorns, and let's put back... I don't know what I want to put. What do I want to sacrifice here? I guess we'll sacrifice some Miraidons, right? That makes the most sense to me. Can't really use them. And then we're going to... Do I want an Academy at Night SFA? I mean, it doesn't... I kind of have to, because if I go down, I mean, I can't really do much. So let's do that. And let's just swing here, and hopefully we get a big hit. We were just shy. One more card would have did it. Oh, that's a bummer. So that's going to leave Charizard with 80 damage. And we're only hitting for 60 with Miraidon. Yeah, doesn't look like we're going to win this matchup. That's a shame. Like I said, Iron Thorns isn't exactly the easiest card to use because there's just so many resources that you need in order for this card to work. But I definitely feel like a Mega Abomassnow is going to be the superior version of this deck. What makes the Iron Thorn struggle so much is that there's really no way to recycle future Pokemon aside from Super Rod and Pal Pad. I mean, I'm sure there's a supporter that could help you with that, but you can't... Oh, what the heck is this now? I have never seen anybody use the Rhyme card before. That's interesting. Okay, but like I was saying, I'm sure there's a supporter that could help you with getting those future Pokemon back into your deck. Maybe like Miriam, I believe the card is called. It's not as easy as just slapping an energy recycler down and putting 5 energies back in your deck that Mega Abomassnow can just discard for you. You know what I mean? Especially like decks like this where you want to mill your own deck, they get pretty good in instances like this where you're at the bottom of your deck and all you have left are the resources to recycle, but even so. That's going to take out the Charizard, but it doesn't look like we're going to win this one. My opponent is... And there was the Iron Thorn. See, and there, oh, we had the Reboot Pod prized. We could have attached another energy to one of my Iron Thorns, but the prizing wasn't that great. And my opponent's probably just going to finish me off here and call it a day. Unless they misclick and use Raging Claws, which we might actually be able to... Can we survive that? 10 more damage? Yeah, we can actually survive that. No, they didn't play it right. Alright, so that unfortunately is going to be the game here. That took a long time, though. My opponent took forever with that. Alright, that's going to do it for today's deck featuring the Iron Thorns, the baby Iron Thorns. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Are you guys hyped for Mega Abomassnow? You guys seem to be because you guys showed a lot of love on that video. I'm super hyped. This is like a bootleg a bootleg Mega Abomassnow deck, and I just wanted to showcase it because this is the closest we have in the format. It doesn't hit as hard, nor is it as easy to set up as Mega Abomassnow, I feel. I mean, Iron Thorns was pretty easy to set up, but with such low HP and such a risky attack, it doesn't really shine all that bright, and you saw that in the second match. So let me know what you guys think. I'll get to recording another video that I could post for Friday or Saturday, and I'll catch you then. Peace.